Welcome back, finally, to Apollo Justice. It's been a long time since we last played this game. A couple of weeks. Just due to the heat wave that we had in the UK, as well as just schedule conflicts. But we're finally back. Even though it is hot in my office right now, but I do have a fan that is on me as we speak. So I'm not gonna melt, thank God. Alright. So, let's see what is in store for us today. Alright. I think we're going back into court. I think we did some investigating last time. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, as Katie was just saying, so last time, we found out that there was no time travel involved, which is what we suspected at first, but it turns out that's not the case. And there were 2 wedding receptions taking place, which threw off the defendant completely, and it's caused a lot of confusion on what's going on. And yeah, it's proven that the family is trying to conceal, like, information, basically. So, yeah. I'd forgotten how short day 1's trial session was. So we knocked out the investigation phase, leading us to here. Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier, I feel as if we've got maybe at least 2 more streams of this, and then we're done with Apollo Justice entirely. I could see this potentially going to 3 more. But that depends on how complex this case ends up being. But let's just jump into it and let's see what's in store for us. So the one thing I found out yesterday is that Soren was there at the crime scene. I only hope I can get some testimony from him that'll get to the heart of the matter. Right, yeah. I forgot that she was, like, very, dramatic. Mr. Wright. Good morning, Ellen. Look, I'm afraid you might not like the result of today's trial. Nevertheless... Don't tell me you're still thinking of going that route! Soren is innocent! He can't be found guilty! Take me instead! Ellen, please! Try and get a hold of yourself! Case in point, I'm being dramatic. I still find it crazy how she seems to pull herself together so quickly. Like, can I have that power, please? I believe in Soren with all my heart. How dare you doubt him? How dare you doubt him? Yeesh. Regardless of which one of them is found guilty today, it's gonna be devastating for Ellen, isn't it? We'll just have to do everything we can. That's the best we could do, you know? Is she going to use that frying pan as a drawing pen? Ha ha ha! I see what you did there! Nice callback. Or, well, maybe not callback. Nice reference. There we go. Nice reference. I think a lot of us wish we could pull ourselves together that fast. Yeah, honestly. Trial is about to begin, Mr. Wright. Alright, let's go, Maya. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. September 23rd. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is back in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Hi, Breeze. Welcome on in. Hope we're doing well. Let's see now. Where were we? Yeah, can we get that little recap, please? I'd appreciate that. In yesterday's session, we found out about the Sprocket family's conspiracy to cover up the murder of Dumas Bloomsbury with a second reception. Taking advantage of our collective shock, the defense, as usual, made a nonsensical claim. Namely, that there was a third person present who struck the victim.
'Objection!'
Why, yeah, we were trying to figure out who hit him. Hey, Hey, don't try to make it sound like I made it all up. The defendant herself made a statement about the existence of a third person. And further investigation has only proven her statement to be true. Well, then I presume the defense intends to focus on proving the identity of this third person. Is that alright with you, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, Your Honor. In fact, I predict that the defense will, most likely, attempt to name Mr. Soren Sprocket as the true culprit. How did you... The driver during the accident that killed Mr. Sprocket's sister was the victim. That's right, yeah! That's right, Soren's sister died in a car accident. And he was in that accident as well. And Mr. Bloomsbury was he was the driver in that incident. So, yeesh, yeah. Therefore, Mr. Sprocket had a motive to murder Mr. Bloomsbury. That's what you plan to assert, is it not, Mr. Wright? Ugh. Am I that transparent? It's okay, Phoenix, I know the feeling. I'm very transparent, apparently. People can... I'm very predictable. Calm down, Mr. Wright. Did you really think the police wouldn't uncover this information? Congrats on getting it in one, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You're wrong! Soren didn't do it! He's innocent! Miss Wyatt, please! He's innocent! I tell you! What is this, Mr. Wright? I thought your claim about the existence of
The third person came from the defendant. Oh, thanks for the helium. It did. This is just a minor hiccup. Did you not discuss your strategy for today with the defendant, Mr. Wright? Starting off on the wrong foot again is seriously cutting into my lifespan. Fair, honestly. Also, hang on, I'm gonna turn on the music a little. It's overpowering me a little bit. That'll do. I'll put it about there. Man might not live past 50 at this rate. Oh no, poor Phoenix. It would appear the defense is in disarray. Therefore, the best way to clear things up is to ask Mr. Sprocket himself what happened. Hi, Jeannie, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Soren Sprocket to the stand. What? Very well. Bailiff, please bring Mr. Sprocket to the witness stand. Oh boy. This is gonna be interesting because this guy barely talks. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yep. Ow! There's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Soren Sprocket, Managing Director of Sprocket Aviation. Sprocket, please give your answers in words, not paper airplanes. I don't think he gives a damn. Oh, now then, Mr. Sprocket. Please tell that doubting lawyer there what really happened at the time of the crime. Dude. Guys, you're not going to be able to get much information out of him. You need to speak his language somehow. Well, Mr. Sprocket? Oh no, he's losing it. Mr. Sprocket! What? Wow.
Okay. Alright. You want me to talk about what happened when the crime occurred? In other words, after the first wedding reception, when Ellen and I were in the reception hall, right? Not even the power of the court can stop him from marching to the beat of his own drum, honestly. Hey! Okay. I'm stopped by Dumas in the reception hall, and I collapsed to the floor. The next thing I saw was Ellen and Dumas on the Vista deck. That's right, yeah, he did get stabbed. Or, like, he did get injured at one point. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed to the Vista deck. But when I got there, Dumas was already... I don't want to believe it, but it must have been Ellen. Nothing else makes sense. Dude, you're going against your fiancé. Or I guess... I don't think they technically married, did they? Did they get married? Like, officially? I don't remember. Regardless, you're going against your partner. Wait just a minute here. You actually think Miss Wyatt killed the victim? That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. This is unbelievable. How can you suspect your bride, the woman you love? Ooh. Yeah, I see that.
Objection!
The truth can be cruel. Miss Wyatt, you must be very upset. Is there anything you wish to say? Oh, Edgeworth. Oh no! No. I can't believe this. Soren. I thought that at least you believe in me. Not the dull eyes of unhappiness? Yeah, that's where you know things are bad. The best way now to show your love for your groom is to admit your guilt and try to atone. Dude. Soren.
Hold it!
Now, Phoenix, please. Mr. Edgeworth, I haven't even cross-examined the witness yet. And quit picking on the clearly distraught. Thank you. Yeah, that's so not cool, Edgeworth. A court is where we seek the truth. And the truth is unyielding, even to the truly pitiful. Mr. Edgeworth, I find it distasteful to make a lady cry. It too, Your Honor. So what are we gonna do, Nick? The third person Ellen saw on the Vista deck was Soren, and we have to prove Soren was there at the time of the murder. I don't see any obvious inconsistencies in his testimony, but we have to push forward. Yeah, probably a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Alright, let's do the first save of the day. Alright, let's start pressing.
Hold it!
Please tell me everything you can about when you got stabbed. After the reception, Ellen and I were enjoying a moment alone in the reception hall. Then Dumas appeared and stabbed me. He grabbed Ellen and the timekeeper and left the reception hall. Did Mr. Bloomsbury say anything at that time? I don't remember. After I was stabbed, I was immobilized by the pain. I see. No kidding, considering he's chief prosecutor, this case has done everything to drive him up the wall just as much as it has right. Yeah. Okay.
Hold it!
The Vista deck, huh? But it was nighttime then. Could you really see them in the darkness? The moon was out, so I could see them clearly. From the looks of it, Dumas was trying to push Ellen and the timekeeper off the side. So you saw the defendant, about to be thrown off the airship, you said? That's right. In such a desperate situation, it would only be natural for her to fight for her life. The murder weapon was right there within her grasp. This doesn't go well at all. Gotta do something fast.
Hold it!
I understand that your bride was in danger, but were you really able to move with a stab wound to the gut? I was desperately trying to push the pain out of my mind. I see. So adrenaline kicked in and gave you strength. Is that right? I don't see much of anything in this statement I can refute. That's right. I almost passed out several times as I made my way to the Vista deck.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure, Mr. Sprocket, that by the time you got to the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed? Yes. But the Vista deck is just on the other side of the glass windows in the reception hall. Shouldn't you have been able to get there right away?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, have you investigated nothing? The only way to the Vista deck is to go to the hold and take the lift. No matter how much one hurries, it would take at least 10 minutes. That's unhelpful. Someone had to have gotten there before the murder, or my claim won't stand. Do you have any ideas for me, Maya? It's definitely easier to prove that someone did go to the hall than not. I mean, you can't leave anything if you don't go someplace, right? Can't leave anything. Wait a minute. I think Maya's onto something here. The lack of a certain something actually proves that Soren didn't go to the hold. Something? What's the matter? You stumped already? No, I'm far from stumped, Mr. Edgeworth. I know for a fact that Mr. Sprocket didn't go to the hold. You and your paper-thin bluff. Mr. Sprocket's bloodstain on the lift proves he went through the hold. So what possible proof could you have that he did not, in fact, go through there? You want proof? You got it. Jesus, Phoenix. There's gotta be proof that Soren didn't go through the hold. Mr. Right? This proves that Mr. Sprocket didn't go through the hold. Let's save reading. So lack of a certain something actually proves that Soren didn't go to the hold. Okay, let's see what we got. So Ellen's statement. I need to go through the evidence again because I don't remember everything that we have. Let's see here. Pendant worn by Ellen, things she received from her fiance. Okay. Pamphlet. Crucifixion. Okay. No. Murder weapon dubbed timekeeper. It's a clock. Photo of the victim. Device that utilizes dry ice to get a large amount of thick block like paper. Okay. Very dry. Ugh. Oh, is it this?
Take that!
Boom. There you go. As anyone can see from the hold entry record, there's absolutely no mention of Soren Sprocket entering the hold. The defense asserts that Mr. Sprocket used a different route to get to the Vista deck. You can assert all you want, Mr. Wright. But can you actually prove another route exists? Can I prove the existence of another route to the Vista deck, you ask? I would say yes. Save real quick though, just in case. Or hold on. Actually, let's have a look. So the hole there. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I don't know if we could prove that yet. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can. Well, now that I really think about it, I guess it's going to be hard to prove. But I can't back down now. The trial will be over if I do. There's only one thing I can do at a time like this. I can prove it. Even if it's just a bluff, I have to present something. Anything that can prove the existence of a faster route to the Vista deck. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Show us how Mr. Sprocket got to the Vista deck. Mr. Sprocket may infer the Vista deck through here.
Take that!
Save his bride from danger, Mr. Sprocket. Opened the escape hatch and made his way along the outside wall to the Vista deck. The detail on his hand there, oh my god. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? That would certainly be a much faster route to the Vista deck.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Wright. Is that really the best you can muster? That escape hatch is not meant to be used to get from the reception hall to the Vista deck. One slip and that's all it would take for Mr. Sprocket to plunge to his death. I have to agree, the defense's claim is really stretching it.
Hold it!
I understand how it sounds, Your Honor. But at this point, it's too early for definitively, oh my god. Definitively say, there we go, Jesus Christ, I don't know why I struggle with that word, that he didn't go that way. So that's where you're going with that, I take it. Of course, Your Honor. This is real life, Mr. Wright, not some cinematic drivel or comic book. Do you have some sort of logical explanation to share that would convince us of your claim? I do. Are you sure, Nick? Kind of? Actually, I have nothing. So, just have to wing it somehow. As you do. On what do you base your theory that Mr. Sprocket made his way along the outside? My theory that he was able to go along the outside wall despite the danger is based on... Let's see again. The power of authority, the power of love, the power of money, the power of love. Come on. Come on! To save the bride he loves, the groom risked his life and rushed to her side. Mr. Sprocket was able to make it to the Vista deck despite the danger. Because of the power of love. Power of love? Love is a source of strength that can help one overcome any obstacle. I think I can relate, thanks to my own long, happy marriage. Wow, he actually seems to be buying it.
Objection!
Honestly, love can make you do crazy things, so yeah. Power of love, you say? That kind of illogical argument is hardly viable in a court of law. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? I'm afraid not, Mr. Edgeworth. You should never underestimate the power of love. Exactly. You'll understand one day when you get back. Which I won't. Dude! Exactly what is so wrong with wishing to remain unwed? I mean... Makes me wonder, has he ever had a relationship? Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to marry. Also, I'm gonna pause here because the ads are playing, so we shall wait. Officially, no. I feel like if anything, he's married to his work. I feel like that's what Edgeworth is. Not even the supplemental material has any evidence come up that shows that Miles Edgeworth has been in a relationship of any sort. Yeah. Like I said, I think he's I think he's married to his work. Like, he's so dedicated to it that I guess the thought of being in a relationship with anybody probably thinks that it would drive him away from being a prosecutor. I could be wrong, but that's the... oh, put on my bottle. I look away for a second. That's the assumption anyway. Yeah, it would be a distraction. I mean, he could just be Ace. I was thinking that too. I was thinking he could be Ace. But I feel like knowing his personality, I don't think that is the case. I don't know, he doesn't give me the impression that he's asexual or aromantic. I just think that he's just so caught up in his work that he just doesn't think about other things in life. Would give new meaning to the game title. Oh my god. Ace Attorney. Because they're because they're an ace attorney. Jesus Christ. Which makes more sense when you realize that the one woman who he's caught the attention of the most is goddamn Wendy Oldbag. Oh god, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Alrighty then. Welcome back to Mads, everyone. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Way to set him off, Your Honor. Never mind all this unscientific nonsense. Are you aware, Mr. Wright, that at the time of the crime, There was a huge propeller turning up at speed between the hatch and the vista deck, even if a person were to go outside through the hatch. Oh. They'd be blown away in an instant. To be fair, even if that wasn't the case, it would be dangerous to go through, try to get past the propellers when they're moving. So maybe because he still has the steel samurai statue she gifted him. I forgot about that actually. Where does your power of love get you now, Mr. Wright? Huge spinning propeller, you say? Hmm. In that case, I have to admit it does seem impossible. I should have known. Nick, you can't make that kind of face in front of your clients. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Right? Right. I feel like I just saw Mia looking out at me through Maya's eyes. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you gaping at me like a giant sunfish? Jeez. Thank you, Maya. You just helped me remember something really important. There it is. There's the fearless smile I was looking for. Now give us some mind-blowing theory, just like you always do. Turn my thinking around. Instead of wondering how Soren could have moved past that huge propeller, I have to think about what would have made it possible for him to do so. I'm trying to remember, was there anything that we came across to that snapped? Your Honor, Mr. Wright only makes that ridiculous face when his back is pressed against the wall. Therefore, please do hurry and give the rule of court. Mr. Edgeworth? It's still far too early to discount my theory. What are you talking about? The airship's large spinning propellers have already shredded it to pieces. But if we think a little more outside the box, I'm sure we could find a way he could have made it. Stop trying to stall, Mr. Wright, and show us how it could have been even remotely possible, if at all. Well, I must agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, Your Honor. There must have been a way. Some way that Soren could have moved along the wall in spite of the propeller. Now then, Mr. Wright, what specifically would have made it possible? This is how it would have been possible for Mr. Sprocket to get to the vista deck. Quick. He got to the deck some other way, the airship wasn't flying, or the propellers were broken. I'd say they weren't flying. It's the only logical explanation. What allowed Mr. Sprocket to go along the outside wall in spite of the propellers is at the location of the flying chapel at the time of the crime. Location of the flying chapel? But wasn't it flying high in the sky? No, Your Honor. I'm afraid it wasn't. I think it would have only been flying during the ceremony, right? But then during the reception, it would have landed? At least that's what I imagined anyway. Or at least after a while, it would have landed. What? Then where was it? At the time of the murder, the airship wasn't flying to the sky, but moored to the ground. What? And if the airship wasn't flying, then that means the propellers weren't turning. Oh. In which case, Mr. Sprocket could have gotten to the vista deck along the outside wall. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? Whoa. That was a reaction. Don't remember. He's up with his pencil. That's gonna leave a mark.
Objection!
Even if the propellers weren't turning, it would have been far too risky to go that way. Ah, but Mr. Edgeworth, you're forgetting about the power of love. Yes, the amazing power of love. Not this again. Very well. For the sake of argument, let's assume the so-called power of love made it possible for Mr. Sprocket to move alongside the outside of the wall, the airship. Can you prove that the airship was tied to the ground as you claim, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't have any evidence that proves where the airship was at the time. You could prove it, can't you? Hold on a minute. Didn't we get the schedule of the wedding? Love is always in the air on the Flying Chapel, the only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony, out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couple from both sides of the sweetheart table. Okay, so it doesn't say there. Did we not get a schedule of the wedding? Ugh. Maya, can you think of anything we can use to prove it? Let's say I can. Oh wait! Didn't somebody see something outside a window at the time of the crime? I think I remember someone saying as much. A piece of evidence that shows what was outside the airship? Well, what are you waiting for? This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the crime. Pamphlet?
Take that!
No, it wasn't a pamphlet. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, that can't be it, because that wouldn't have explained it. Let's try again. This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the crime. Okay, what was outside? So, Evan's statement. She saw in her day stay a shadowy figure. This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship. I feel like it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Because we don't even know what that is yet. Hi, Samuel. Welcome on in. How are you? I'm doing alright, thank you. Doing alright. Somebody see something outside a window. Outside. Oh wait, no, it is that. It is this.
Take that!
I didn't think that was going to be involved because we don't know what it was. But they mentioned window. I don't know. This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the murder. What kind of lousy drawing is that? It's a drawing made by Larry Butts. And what can he prove with that poor attempt of artistry? Larry made this drawing before he switched the lanterns. So it must have been right around when the murder was being committed. Now, if I could direct the court's attention here. Yeah? Is that a pterodactyl? Does that mean that the airship actually went back in time to the... How do you pronounce that? Cretaceous? I think it's Cretaceous. Period?
Objection!
We've already proven that time travel is nothing more than a gimmick, did we not? We did, but I have no intention of bringing up that argument again. But this drawing shows us an important piece of information. It shows us that the airship was actually moored on the ground. And what makes you so sure? That's easy. All you have to do is consider who made this drawing. How does that help? There. That's right. It's Mr. Butts. And we both know what he's like. He must have seen something else and mistaken it for a pterodactyl. I can't argue with you there. Hey, we're just one doggone second here. What kind of moron did you guys take me for? I saw it with my own eyes. A pterodactyl flew right by the window, I tell you. I have the sharp eyes of an artist. Don't you believe me? Uh-huh. Sure. No. Nope. What friends you guys are. What about the judge? You believe me. Right, Your Honor? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you need to leave this courtroom. Bailiff? You would. Come on, buddy, let's go. Why doesn't anybody believe me? Don't take it personally, Larry. I know you're just being, well, you. Oh then. So you're saying that what Mr. Butts really saw, there's some relation to what was outside the airship at the time of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. At least I think it does. What this pterodactyl really is will prove the airship was anchored at the mooring dock. Better, anyway. If it doesn't, my whole argument is a bust. If I'm confident about it, then please go ahead and tell us what it really was. Yes, Your Honor. Think things. What could that pterodactyl have actually been? Okay, what could that pterodactyl have been? So, assuming that it's from here, right? Or would it be here? Hold on a minute. Is it a sign by any chance?
Take that!
Yep. Please take a good look at the sign. Fine. It appears to have been broken and then repaired. But what does the sign have to do with the pterodactyl? Please focus on this part of the sign. Part that broke off and got reattached? What about it? How about if we turn it like this? Oh, what shape? It's the pterodactyl in the drawing. What Mr. Buzz actually saw was this chunk as it was being blown through the air by wind. What? Okay, I will admit, that's pretty impressive that he was able to capture that shape in like when it would have just been in view for like a moment. On the day of the murder, there were some heavy winds in the area of the mooring dock, but it's hard to imagine that this sign would make it up as high as an airship would fly. That means the flying chapel must have been anchored at the mooring dock that night. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket?
Objection!
That's more than enough of the power of love nonsense, you pop culture junkie. Present all the proof you want, but your argument is based far too much in conjecture. Why don't we return to reality now? What do you mean too much conjecture? Even if the airship wasn't flying, that alone doesn't prove the witness went along the wall. True, even now it's no more than a possibility. Then how do you propose Mr. Sprocket got to the Vista deck, Mr. Edgeworth? I noticed something as I went over the evidence. Please take a look at this hold entry record. What about it? I don't see Mr. Sprocket listed on here anywhere. Don't you remember? In yesterday's session, we had a very similar kind of argument. Did we? Honestly, Mr. Wright, are you going senile already? We talked about Larry Butts using the defendant's key card to enter the hole. Oh, we did talk about that, didn't we? In other words, even if a person's name isn't on the entry record, it's still possible for that person to have entered by using someone else's card. Mr. Sprocket, you entered the hold with Mr. Trilogy. I can't pronounce it. Didn't you? Uh-oh. I did. What? Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? Pierce is indispensable. I didn't want to mention him unnecessarily and risk having him wrongly accused. Couldn't do without him. Oof. Sprocket, I ask that you testify in greater detail about your movements that night. Oh boy. Nickety? That's how you pronounce it? Yeah. The truth is, I went to the Vista deck with Pierce. That's why my name doesn't appear on the hold entry record. I was badly injured from being stabbed, but I was frantic. By the time we reached the sea, it was all over. Pierce, Nickety. First thing, oh my freaking god, I should have known. Puns. Well, this doesn't help me one bit. Mr. Sprocket, you've concealed information from us time and time again. Who do you think you are, treating this court of law with such irreverence? That being said, I do appreciate the testimony you gave just now. Thanks to you, we now know why your name doesn't appear on the entry record. Now there are no more inconsistencies in the witness's testimony. Ugh. It's Mr. Edgeworth for you. He never leaves a loose end dangling. You okay, Nick? Wouldn't exactly call the situation okay. Somehow I'll have to... I always forget how to pronounce this. I know it's not how it's spelled. Coates? Okay. Somehow I'll have to coast the information we need for an opening out of him. If I even can, that is. Such a stupid spelling word, like, what the hell? Okay.
Hold it!
You didn't mention this because you didn't want Mr. Nickety to fall into suspicion? Is that because he has something to hide? Yeah, right, Katie? I didn't want the police to take up his time with all their questions, that's all. Neither the company nor the household would function smoothly without him. See? Wow, sounds like Pierce is absolutely indispensable to the Sprockets. Anyway, getting back to your statement. When did you meet up with Mr. Nickety? We met up on my way to the Vista deck. I think Pearson and some of my relatives were on another floor. Pierce heard the commotion and came running to my aid. You could hear the pandemonium all the way from another floor? Right. Would you like the current statement added to the witness's testimony? Okay. Let's look at the evidence real quick.
Hold it!
Did Mr. Nickety come alone? I believe some of his subordinates were with him, but I don't remember exactly how many. They may say there were others, but seeing how they pulled that second reception off, I can't completely trust anything he has to say either. See, so you, Mr. Nickety, and a few others headed to the Vista deck. Is that right? That's right. I'm gonna grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back. Un momento. Your name doesn't appear on the hold entry record because you entered with Mr. Hickey using his key card? That's right. I guess the hold entry record doesn't matter as much as we thought. But now that Soren's saying he was with Pierce and a few others, it's pretty tough to refute that statement. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Tack out your tongue? Did you finally realize there's no point in continuing this trial any longer? Of course not. Wipe that smug look off your face. Mr. Sprocket, please continue with your testimony.
Hold it!
Speaking of your injury, how are you doing now? The knife wound is deep and continues to throb with pain. Fortunately, my internal organs were spared. One wrong move would have spelled the end for me there. Even so, I've seen you up and about all over the place since the incident. I'm only following my doctor's orders to perform some daily light exercises. Right. Would you like Mr. Sprocket's statement about his condition added to his testimony? Not that it appears especially relevant to me. But I haven't had the, I would say yes. Just, I think this is going to be crucial though. Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added to his testimony. She. Very well. Can I send this?
Objection!
Damn, perfect. Mr. Sprocket, you just said your injury is a knife wound, didn't you? The weapon you were stabbed with was this candelabra. A fact I know you're quite aware of. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep.
Objection!
It must have been a simple memory slip that made him misspeak. It happens to everyone. It has nothing to do with the case. I beg to differ. You must be pretty desperate to point out something so minute. Or, is it minute or is it... Whatever. I have to agree, Mr. Wright. You hardly need to make such a big deal over such a small mistake. But I contend that it's an important inconsistency. Mind you, why does it have to have the same spelling as minute? That's so stupid. Minute? Yeah, I thought there was going to be a different pronunciation there. Why does it have to have the exact same spelling as minute, though? That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Besides, I couldn't find anything else. This is the only thing I have to go after. Because English. Yeah, pretty much. And I say it's not important. Now, let's not waste any more time on this matter. I agree. Everybody has a little memory lapse every now and then.
Hold it!
But, Your Honor, please let me explain. But can you? Can you really explain to this court what makes this slip so important? Yes, I can, Your Honor. After all, it was Soren himself who told Pierce that he had been stabbed by a candelabra. This is more than a simple memory slip. There has to be some kind of reason for it. Well, Mr. Wright, please explain why the witness's slip of the tongue is so important. The point to focus on here is why the witness would mistake the weapon used to stab him. Be careful, Phoenix. This could very well change the course of the trial. I see. So, why did the witness make that mistake, Mr. Wright? Mr. Sprocket identified the wrong weapon used against him because... I don't think I need to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Got it saved. I thought that was it for sure. Mm-hmm. I need to move this. Sorry, I keep on hitting a spoon. He doesn't remember the incident, let alone the weapon used against him. Not only that, but I believe Mr. Sprocket has some sort of memory disorder. Therefore, the defense contends that Mr. Sprocket's testimony thus far is invalid.
Objection!
Just because you can't find a flaw in his testimony, you want to throw it all out? Your baseless claim is nothing but pure slander of the witness's character. Mr. Redworth is correct, Mr. Wright. Can you explain your grounds for making this claim? Of course, Your Honor. Look at what Soren has said, how he's behaved. That's where I'll find a clue. Very well. Let's hear your argument then. My grounds for claiming that Mr. Sprocket has a memory disorder is... It'd have to be his notebook for sure. The notebook he always has with... I saw daily events and information about the people around him recorded in it. I don't even know what that means either, Breeze. Like a diary, perhaps? No, Your Honor. It's much too detailed to be an ordinary diary. It's more on the order of a database, actually. Database, you say? That's right. For some reason, Mr. Sprocket is apparently unable to retain memories. That's why he writes every little detail of his life down in his notebook.
Objection!
How could you possibly know that for sure? He might just be an extremely compulsive person. I thought so too myself, at first. To be honest, we accidentally got a stain on that notebook yesterday. You mean you got a stain on it? Hey, you're the one who tried to grab it out of my...
Objection!
Never mind whose fault it was. Just get to the point already. Right, sorry. Mr. Sprocket. The page Miss Faye got a stain on yesterday. That's the page with the details of your stabbing on it. Isn't it? No, I only write in this notebook because I'm very compulsive. Now drop the subject already. Sorry, but I'm not convinced. I noticed an odd fact about your notebook, Mr. Sprocket. On the earlier pages, you used it to write down invention ideas. But after a certain date, you started writing down a lot more and in much more detail. I believe your memory disorder stems from what happened on that day. Something so monumental it caused a memory disorder, Mr. Wright? You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but I do know what I'm talking about. And this is the proof. This is the thing that caused Mr. Sprocket's memory disorder. I don't even need the... Well, actually, I'm going to say it anyway, but...
Take that!
You were involved in this car accident too, weren't you, Mrs. Sprocket? And the shock of losing your beloved older sister is what caused you to develop your memory disorder. Is this true, Mr. Sprocket? Well, is it? Mr. Sprocket. True. That accident did something to my mind. What? Oh, there's some familiar music. Since that day, every time I go to sleep, I lose my memories. When I wake up, the most recent thing I can remember is the day I lost my sister. It's as if I'm constantly going back in time. What? That's truly tragic. An inconsolable time traveler who goes back in time whenever he goes to sleep. Yeah, clearly he's still... I mean, I knew that already, but he's clearly still grieving. That's what Soren meant. He was talking about himself. The actions of people around me each time I awoke made me aware of my condition. That's why I decided to write everything down in my notebook, so I could move forward. The only memories you have since that day are the ones written in that notebook? That's right. Since the page about your stabbing got stained, you couldn't read from it, could you? There's just one more thing I'd like you to clarify for me, Mr. Sprocket. Exactly what are your feelings towards the victim? Mr. Sprocket's feelings towards Dumas Bloomsbury? That's right, Your Honor. The witness said that every time he wakes up from sleep, his mind goes back to the day his sister died. Right, you can't mean... Mr. Sprocket. Your pent-up feelings of anger and resentment towards Mr. Bloomsbury for the accident were renewed each and every time you woke, were they not? Oh, that's still gonna make him look guilty, though. Oh, no. You couldn't take it anymore, so you turned to murder. Isn't that right? What? Mr. Wright, are you saying that the witness murdered Mr. Bloomsbury for revenge? Well, Mr. Sprocket? I... Oh no, Ellen! Miss Wyatt! Your Honor, I did it. I killed Mr. Bloomsbury. Ellen! What? Ellen, no! What are you doing? It's Wyatt, what are you trying to do? Oh no, Ellen, no. I understand that you love him, but... Dude. Guess she really meant it. My Soren didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one who should be convicted. Are we to understand that you're confessing your guilt? No. Now wait just a minute here. would you cover for me? After I testified that I thought you must have killed him? I'll admit, I couldn't believe my ears at first. But all I want is for you to be happy. Your happiness is my happiness, Soren. This is very, like, marriage-like music. Without my notebook, I'd even forget those feelings of yours by tomorrow. Oh. Knowing that, do you still feel this way? You've loved me all this time. The same way you did before the accident. That's how I know. That you're the same person I've always loved. No disorder could change that. Ellen. Your Honor, there are two things I'd like to correct. Two corrections? What are they? First of all, I want to withdraw one of my statements. Also, can I just say, that music just now, that really tugged at my heartstrings. I think if it kept going, like, if the music kept going, and their interaction kept going, that could have made me tear up, honestly. It was so close. Without memories to rely on, I took the police completely at their word. You can't be serious. So that means Soren never really doubted Ellen in the first place, did he, Nick? Ellen really does love Soren with all her heart. But in order to save her, I'll still have to go after Soren. Hope you can forgive me, Ellen. And what is your other correction, Mr. Sprocket? The truth is, I never felt anger or resentment towards Dumas about my sister. What? Why not? That's because the one who caused the car accident... No! Soren, don't do it! Don't do anything you could... Dude! Soren! What are you doing? Now you just made this so complicated. Oh, for God's sake. What? Order! Order in the court! Please continue, Mr. Sprocket. I'm the one who killed my sister. To protect my career and my future, my father made Dumas take the blame. In exchange for money and the position of lead servant. Or lead servant, sorry. Wait. Is he telling the truth? Wait, he was telling the truth? I thought he was just making it up. Oh, jeez. No wonder his memory is so messed up. He was trying to suppress it. He would have felt so guilty for causing her death. Oh, dude. So you see, Dumas must have held a grudge against me, not the other way around. But then... Wait. Then why did he go after her? Hmm. Interesting. Why do you think he kept flashing back to that day with his memory disorder? Couldn't live with himself with that, which makes everything much worse. I mean, I just assumed that. I mean, I figured it was like a traumatic, like it was PTSD for him, so to speak. And I just kept on thinking that the fact that he lost his sister in general was enough to make him the way he is. I didn't think it was because he caused it though. Like that completely caught me off guard. So it makes even more sense now, but jeez, it freaking hurts. And he must have attacked Ellen to get his revenge on me. Because, right, because he loves Ellen and he wants to hurt him. Wait, hold on a minute. What was the relationship between Bloomsbury and his sister, though? Hold on wait. Can I, how old was he again? He was 25. And the sister, 25. Oh! Okay, so they were the same age. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'm seeing here, it seems she had a fiance at the time. Wait! Wait. Was she engaged to Bloomsbury? Is that what was going on? Because if that's the case, that would explain why he wanted to get revenge on, Soren. Hi, Aloy, welcome on in. Oh! Okay, yeah, if he was engaged to his sister, that would make so much sense why he wanted to get revenge on him. Oh! I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just speculating, but that's what makes sense to me. Are you sure about all of this, Mr. Sprocket? Very sure. It's all been written down in detail in my notebook. A notebook is important evidence supplying background in this case. I must insist you submit it as evidence. Okay. Right, can we read through this? The lawyer said I had turned to murder, but that's just not true. Now, can I read that notebook? Soren had been writing nothing but ideas for his inventions in this until March 8th of last year, when he abruptly began to chronicle the events of each day in excruciating detail. However, details of the day of the murder have been rendered illegible by a bloodstain. I was hoping for detail in there, but never mind. However, it is true that my older sister and Dumas are both dead because of me and my negligence. Just glanced through Mr. Sprocket's notebook. I wasn't able to read the part about when he was stabbed due to the bloodstain. What's written here about his sister's car accident is exactly as he stated. Your Honor, as long as it matches what's written in that notebook, we still take the witness's testimony as valid in spite of his memory disorder? Yes, I believe we can. I understand now that the witness's memory is in disarray. But if what Mr. Sprocket himself wrote in this notebook is true, then that means by the time Mr. Sprocket's party reached the scene, the victim had already been killed. Right, I'm still in the same bind as before. Should I really simply accept the contents of the notebook? As a substitute for Soren's memory? Oh, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Will you accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as an official representation of his memories? Oh, no. Okay, let's look at the evidence again. Let's see if there's anything that will contradict anything. Grab Ellen when convenient and send her off. Note from near the victim's body. The writing is smudged as though written by a right. Okay. Just looking through the evidence. Fingerprints from Bloomsbury dominant left hand, stayed the same blood found on the but in fact, Soren was the one. Think I'm not sure if it's right, but I think we'll accept the notebook as evidence, or like as representation of memories. Your Honor, I can accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as. Nick, are you sure about that? Not really. I mean, I already don't like where this is going. Your Honor, the defense requests a timeout. No timeouts in a court of law. Give me your answer and no dawdling. It's an important point. I need to be careful in how I answer. Will I accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook? Oh! Okay, I guess no. Wait a minute, Your Honor. The defense requests a chance to examine the notebook to see if it's trustworthy. Very well. Be quick about it. Thank you, Your Honor. How should we examine it? Well, we should look at it from all different angles to see if it's anything suspicious. Ooh, we're doing this again. Okay. There's no point if I don't look at what's inside. I have to open it. With your permission, Soren. Here I go. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Yikes. Oh, it's just the page my eyeball is stained. But I guess it's not going to be very helpful at this moment. Keep going. Oh. It's the last page where there's writing. Something about this page doesn't sit right with me. I better take a closer look. Huh? The page has been torn out. And it looks like there was something written on it. Looks like a page has been torn out here. Mr. Sprocket, do you know what was written on it? Oh, that? I often tear out a page when I write somebody a note. Hold on a minute. Probably wrote something down for somebody, tore it out and gave it to them. Hold the freaking phone. No. Surely that wasn't him. Oh yeah. That solves that then.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Because the ads started. Alright, we'll wait here. Browse my phone while we're waiting. That's not waiting a minute, right? That's waiting for 3. You know what?
You right.
That mail call is now available on Steam. Ooh. Check the reviews for a game which just came out. Apparently they're very positive. Okay, let's use. Later. But anyway, welcome back from ads, everyone. Sorry about that. Your patience? Let's continue. Wait a minute. You can't ignore the possibility that something important was written on that page. Now that the page has been torn out, how can we determine what was written there? Well, let's see. To find out what was written in the notebook, we should... let's see. See, hold it up to the light, heat it with a lighter, use fingerprint powder. I think the fingerprint powder, right? Yeah, that's the only thing that made sense. If we use fingerprint powder on the notebook, we might be able to see what was written. Fingerprint powder? How would that help us find out what was written there? Well, if the writing left indentations on the blank page behind it, fingerprint powder could make those small indentations visible to the naked eye. Oh, stop. Fingerprint powder could only sully the notebook further. Right, use the powder and still don't find anything. And you must accept the notebook as a representation of the witness's memories. Alright, Your Honor. I understand. We're not using a lighter. We're not Wittick. I don't find anything. It's all over anyway. Powder, don't fail me now. I will now use fingerprint powder on the blank page. Find out if we can see what was written on the torn out page. Alright, here we go. First of all, yeah, we know how this works. Yep. So much yapping. Sure, adults from Peanut sounds here. Real though. Dumas took Ellen to the visitor deck. Ooh. Alright, Chips, take care. I guess I was gonna say Dumas at the end there. Strong. I struck and killed Dumas. Oh, okay. Is there any other text here? Nothing else here. That wasn't me! What do you mean? What else is here? Look at something in this page as well? No, surely not. No, you don't, Katie. I didn't do anything. Okay. What else do I need to find here? Is this something on this page? Hang on. I really doubt it, but no. No. I switch back to analyze? Oh, okay. Right, yeah, my bad. I forgot. That's like... Okay. Looks like I didn't get quite enough fingerprint powder on them. What? Is it better? What do you mean? Okay, here we go. It says I struck and killed Dumas. This is huge. I struck and killed Dumas. That's what was written on the torn out page. What? Can't be. I don't believe it. There has to be some kind of mistake. Soren would never, could never. Oh dear. Miss Wyatt. Bailiff, please get the defendant to the infirmary at once. Apparently, the defendant got too worked up. She's resting in the infirmary as we speak. Now then, please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. This notebook is all Mr. Sprocket has to remember things by. With this critical page torn out, not even Mr. Sprocket himself knew the truth of what he had done. I'm the one who killed Dumas. So it wasn't Ellen? Thank goodness. Mr. Sprocket, does this mean you were at the crime scene during the murder after all? Yes, I must have been. Ooh, boy. Mr. Sprocket, can we really believe what's written in this notebook? Nobody touches this notebook but me. And when I sleep, it's under lock and key. I don't remember writing that I killed Dumas, but yes, I must have. Well, now that we have a confession, I'm afraid I must render my verdict. Of. Yes, Your Honor. Please give your ruling now, while Ellen's asleep. I want the woman I love to be set free as soon as possible. Someone really does love Ellen after all, doesn't he? Yeah. So this is how it ends. Is that how it really went down? I feel like there's more to this. Is there really no way for them both to be happy? I know we should consider anything written in the notebook to be the truth, but still. I myself wrote the crime in my notebook. No further proof is necessary. Someone himself wrote it in his notebook? Wait a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. We still haven't looked at all the evidence yet. Very well. I'll now give my verdict. Hey, Zootopia, welcome on in. Ellen is about to be found not guilty and Soren will be convicted for the crime instead. And yet, am I really ready for the judge to give his ruling? I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but just in case. Absolutely not. No. Not when there's still one more avenue left to explore. I'm doing alright, Zootopia. I hope you're doing well.
Hold it!
Your Honor, there's still something that bothers me about that notebook. Oh, is there? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? All you have to do is keep quiet and your client's a free woman. I know, but I think there might be more to this case than meets the eye. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think there still might be a way. A way for Ellen and Soren to be happy. What do you mean by more than meets the eye, Mr. Wright? I believe the question here, Your Honor, should be, why was the incriminating page torn out in the first place? Why destroy the evidence, I would imagine. But removing it from the notebook is the same as removing it from Mr. Sprocket's memory. Which means he wouldn't have been able to trick the police if he came under suspicion. No. If he wanted to cover up his crime, he would have had to remember that he had done it. What are you getting at with this line of inquiry, Mr. Wright? Yes, so please explain it so that we can all understand. Yes, Your Honor. The page was torn out of the notebook because I think somebody else tore it out. Yep. Call it. The incriminating page was torn out by somebody else. What? I think I know who. Order! Order! Are you claiming a third person interfered with the notebook? It's not all that surprising if you consider what's happened up until now. After both the car accident and the murder of Dumas Bloomsbury, there was always a cover-up not far behind. Wait, I had my notebook with me at all times. Did you? Because I remember you were in a panic yesterday because you couldn't find it. It's true. So who orchestrated this particular cover-up, Mr. Wright? I think that over the course of the trial, it's pretty easy to guess. The one who may have tried to tamper with Soren's memories is...
Take that!
Called it. I knew he was suspicious. The one who tampered with the notebook in order to manipulate Mr. Sprocket's memory. It's Piers Hickety. Why do you believe he did it? I don't know, like, because, like, he's very involved with Soren, with everything. And if the family's trying to cover up some stuff, he would be the one to do it, I think. And, like, and because Soren trusts him as well, he wouldn't bat an eye to Pierce. That's the way I see it. Pierce tried to tamper with my memories? Pierce was manipulating me? Case in point, the two receptions that were held to cover up the murder. It was Mr. Nickety who directed the guests and orchestrated the entire scheme. No, it can't be. Which of my memories are mine and which have been rewritten? When did he start rewriting my memories? Who wrote this, and this, and this? And this, and this? Oh dear, yeah, he's panicking. Okay, bye. He literally took off. What? Look, Nick, he's coming back down. My memories. Ellen. Oh no. Think of the Strange Shakes Utopia. Mr. Sprocket! Bailiff, please get Mr. Sprocket to the infirmary on the double. Oh no. Mr. Sprocket has been taken to the infirmary. We don't have to worry about him running away, so let us resume where we left off. Your Honor, the defense would like to call Pierce Nickety to the stand.
Objection!
You already know he carried out the cover-up to protect the company and Mr. Sprocket. What more do you want from him? Everything? This time it's different. The notebook, or rather, Mr. Sprocket's memories, has been tampered with. That means the only person who knows the whole truth is now Mr. Nickety. Tell me, you actually trying to drum up a third suspect in order to exonerate the defendant and her groom? I'm not drumming up anything, nor do I have grounds to accuse him of anything. Yet. All I know is that Mr. Nickety is the only one who knows the truth. And I think he's still hiding something. Something we don't know about yet. No grounds yet, is it? Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution consent to call him the witness to the stand? It does, Your Honor. However, I would like a little time to talk with the witness before we do. Very well. We will break for a 20-minute recess. I was about to say, is that going to be to be continued? Yeah. Alright. Thank you, Katie. Alright, let's just jump in. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if we'll finish this case today. Depending on how much longer this goes for, we might be able to finish it. But I'm not gonna bet anything just yet. Hi Jason, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Now we'll have to face Pierce on the stand. I'm not sure if I should be surprised or not. One thing's for sure. Won't be an easy adversary. So do you think Pierce did it? It's too early to say anything at this point, but I do think he's still hiding something. Oh god, not you, Larry. Nick! Why didn't you pin everything on Soren Loser back there? Looks like Larry still hasn't given up on Ellen. If this Pierce guy is the real bad guy, then Soren and my Ellie will live happily ever after together. Larry, that's not the kind of thing a decent human being says. Shame on you, Larry! Oh, boo-hoo. Do you think I don't know? I know I have to give up on my Ellie. But Nick, promise you'll make her happy. She deserves a happily ever after. I'm sure Soren will make her happy once all of this is said and done. Trial is about to resume, Mr. Wright. Alright, ready, Maya? Yep, let's go. I'll be rooting for you, Nick. Okay, here we go. This court is now back in session. Witness, please take the stand. Please state your name and occupation. My name is Pierce Nickety. I am the Sprocket family butler. Let's get straight to the point, Mr. Nickety. Someone tore out a page from Mr. Sprocket's notebook to manipulate his memories. And that person was you, wasn't it? That is correct. What about it? Excuse me, dude! That was easy. So, why did you do it? Why did you tamper with Mr. Sprocket's notebook? Please allow me to explain. It pains me to do this, but I will tell you the truth. Pains you? That is correct. For my testimony will go against Master Soren's wishes. Soren's wishes? What is he talking about? I don't like the sound of this. I rushed to the Vista deck, but the crime had already been committed. I saw Miss Ellen and Bloomsbury collapsed, and Master Soren writing in his notebook. Master Soren said to me, I'll take the blame for the murder, so please take care of Ellen. I don't trust that. But I went against his order. I tore the page out of his notebook and hit the body. Wait a second. What Mr. Sprocket was writing in his notebook at the time? Could it be... It was meant to be a confession. An admission he'd killed Bloomsbury himself. He wrote that message to take the blame for Miss Wyatt? That is correct. Master Soren did hit Bloomsbury with the timekeeper to save Miss Ellen. That Mr. Sprocket was the culprit after all. However, that blow did not kill Bloomsbury. That makes sense. Mr. Sprocket's injury wouldn't allow him to put much force into it. Enraged, Bloomsbury tried to attack Master Soren, who was already seriously wounded. But just in the nick of time, Miss Ellen hit Bloomsbury from behind, and finished him off, it would seem. The one who inflicted the fatal blow was the defendant? Yes, that is correct. But Master Soren tried to take all of the blame onto himself. No way! It's pretty bad, Nick. No kidding. Pretty bad is an understatement. Well, Mr. Wright. It seems your decision to call for Mr. Nickety has backfired. But the true culprit behind this case remains the defendant, Ellen Wyatt. Could this get any worse? Pierce was involved in the cover-up plot, and I bet he still has something to hide. Yeah, no, it's too early to say that we know what happened. I'm on to you, mister.
Hold it!
Wait a minute. I thought you went to the Vista deck with Mr. Sprocket. Actually, that is not true. What? What do you mean? I found this out afterward, but Master Soren went to the Vista deck alone. He went out the escape hatch in the reception hall and went along the outside wall. What? You can't be serious. You mean Mr. Wright's... Adlipitated... No, adlipate... How do you pronounce that word? Adlipated? Adlipated, there we go. Guess was actually correct? Adlipated, yeah, I got there in the end. Rhymes with paddle baited, thank you. What's with the paddlebait? Oh my god. Adlipated, there we go. Jesus Christ. I suppose truth really is stranger than fiction. So, Mr. Nickety, when you got to the scene, you saw Mr. Bloomsbury, Miss Wyatt, and Mr. Sprocket. Is that right? That is exactly right. Saw Miss Ellen and Bloomsbury collapsed, and Master Soren writing in his notebook. Okay. So when you and your group arrived at the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed? That is correct. Bloomsbury had already been struck. Miss Ellen had lost consciousness, probably from the shock of the incident. And how did Mr. Sprocket appear? He was bleeding from the stab wound he'd received from Bloomsbury. Barely conscious, he was writing something in his notebook. So the mysterious third person Ellen saw really was Soren then?
Hold it!
So Mr. Sprocket wrote a note of confession in order to take the blame from Miss Wyatt? Yes. That notebook is the only form of memory Master Soren has. Do you understand what his action meant, I trust? What did it mean, Nick? Soren, everything in that notebook is true. Soren tried to take the blame by altering his own memory to make himself think he did it. No! Oh, shoot. Yeah. Master Soren truly loves Miss Ellen. It must have been love that made him do that. Like I said earlier, love makes you do crazy things. That's for sure.
Hold it!
Mr. Nickety, could you please tell this court about that in more detail? That you say? Which part do you mean, Mr. Wright? Could you be more specific? Oh, alright. What do I want to know more about? Hiding the body, probably. Please tell me more about the hiding of the body. Very well. It's Sam Regal. Hi, Savage. How you doing? After saying he would take the blame, Master Soren passed out. That's when I hid the body. I quickly took the lift down to the hold, where I hid Bloomsbury's still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. So it was you who hid the body, not the defendant? Doing alright over here, Savage. Hope you're doing well. Say Mr. Butt would move the lantern containing the body to the reception hall. Well, not see that coming. Don't blame you. Not even Larry can predict what Larry will do next. Maybe I should take another look at the lantern and evidence. Right? Would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony? Sure. No, Mr. Butt's first name is Larry. Okay. I want to see what happens when I check out the other option. Tearing out the page. Why did you go against Mr. Sprocket's order and tear out the page? That is a silly question. As I told you before, disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Oh, right. You did say that before, didn't you? I tore the page out of the notebook in order to protect Master Soren. Right, would you like that statement out here to the witness's testimony? We don't really have much to go with in regards to that, so we'll just say... Let's just go back to that other save. Here's that one. Yeah. In the hold, I hid the still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. Okay. Now let's press this one first. Why did you hide the body in the lantern? As I told you yesterday, it was to make it as though the murder never happened. Thanks to Mr. Butts, things did not turn out as planned. So holding the second wedding reception wasn't Mr. Sprocket's idea. It was yours, wasn't it? It was all for Master Soren's sake, and Sprocket Aviation. If I am accused of a crime for trying to cover up the incident, I shall accept it willingly. He really doesn't seem to even care about himself. So he's talking about the cover-up after the incident, huh? Right. That's information that only somebody who's actually involved would know. So it might be a really important piece of testimony. I think so too. I'll really have to tread carefully here. What's there on the inside wheel? I had a feeling we'd have to present that one. Could it be? Is that what happened? If what I'm thinking is true, then maybe I can prove neither Ellen nor Soren did the deed. Mr. Nickety, you said the body was still warm when you hit it, correct? So then, what if Mr. Gloomspray was still alive when you went to put his body inside the lantern? What? What? That's preposterous. Actually, this shows that the victim might have still been alive while inside the lantern. Afraid you'll have to point out which part you're talking about, Mr. Bright. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but just in case. You just never know with this game.
Take that!
As you can see, the back end of the lantern is a door. And there's blood here on the wheel handle.
Objection!
That bloodstain must have gotten there when the witness put the body inside the lantern. It in no way shows that the victim drew his last breath while he was within the lantern. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. For you see, in putting this lantern back together, the police inadvertently placed the inside handle on the outside and vice versa. In other words, the wheel handles got swapped. Why? So they got swapped? Yes, they got swapped. What? That's ridiculous. Not at all. You compare the other male peggable lantern in the reception hall. It's quite obvious the wheel handles were attached backwards. The detective in charge of the restoration will see me in my office later. Sorry, Emma. Good luck. In that case, what does the bloodstain on the wheel handle mean? The bloodstain didn't get there by chance. When the victim was put inside the lantern, he was only unconscious, not dead. When he regained consciousness, he probably tried to get out of the lantern. So he grasped the inner wheel handle, and that's when the blood got on it. This proves that the victim was still alive when he was inside the lantern. That's alright, Jason. To be fair, it was saying a lot like, they were swapped? Yes, they were swapped. At the time, I was completely convinced Bloomsbury was dead. Had I checked more carefully, he might have survived. Unfortunate to be sure, but not significant enough to change this trial's outcome. Again, I disagree, Mr. Edward. It actually has a very significant impact on this case. The victim was struck by the defendant, then died from his injuries sometime later. There's nothing more to it.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. Let's take another look at Mr. Bloomsbury's autopsy report, shall we? Please focus on the description of his injuries. It says, one contusion was found on the back of the head and one on the side. Yes, the one Mr. Sprocket gave him and the one Miss Wyatt delivered to finish him off. No, the defense would like to submit a different interpretation. Different interpretation? The victim was knocked unconscious by the first blow and was then put into the lantern. Then what about the lethal blow by the defendant that the witness talked about? Yes, well, that didn't happen. After some time, when the victim regained consciousness and tried to get out of the lantern, that's when he received the second blow that finished him off. Taking into account the fact that the victim was alive for a period after the first hit, and that he did receive a second blow to the head, those seem entirely possible. Yes, as long as the first blow didn't kill the victim instantly, then there's a possibility that someone other than Mr. Sprocket or Miss Wyatt delivered the fatal blow.
Objection!
That's all you got. Even if there was a time lag between the two blows. prosecution's position doesn't change. What? What do you mean? It's elementary, Mr. Wright. After the reception, when the defendant was cleaning up the reception hall, the victim, who was supposed to be dead, suddenly came out of the lantern. The defendant grabbed the murder weapon, which was right there, and finished him off. That theory sounds awfully familiar. Of course it does, Your Honor, because it's exactly what I proposed at the very start. The second blow was inflicted by the defendant after all. I see. It seems a tangle of mysteries is unraveled into a single thread.
Objection!
But as long as there's a possibility that the fatal blow was delivered by a third person, then we must continue the deliberations. Give it up, Mr. Wright. Unless you have something to prove the presence of your precious third person. Okay, Nick, just relax. You can do this. Come on now, take some deep breaths. Good idea. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. There, don't you feel better already? I was right. I should calm down. Get my focus back. And go over everything again. And hopefully, I'll be able to find something to prove there was a third person. Let's see. First, why did Bloomsbury attack Ellen? Because he was tired of taking the blame for the accident? Something about that line of reasoning just doesn't feel quite right to me. No? How come? Well, it's just a personal vendetta. He'd already stabbed Soren. So why, then, was he so determined to go after Ellen? You're right. This whole thing feels too premeditated for a crime of passion. Bloomsbury didn't seem to have a personal grudge against Ellen. Bloomsbury didn't have a personal reason to attack Ellen, then... You've taken long enough, Mr. Wright. Now it's time for some action. What proof do you have that a third person was involved? Alright, I'll show you. Not completely sure what I'm doing yet. Looks like I'm out of time. This piece of evidence proves the involvement of a third person. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, nothing new there, Nick. If I had to guess, I'd say it was this.
Take that!
Yep. Get it now. Now I see why this note bothered me so much when I first saw it. Your Honor, please take a look at this note. This is the victim's murder plan, right? It's definitely a murder plan. But what if Mr. Bloomsbury didn't write this note himself? What? Is this how you intend to conjure up your mysterious third party, Mr. Wright? Can you even prove that note wasn't written by the victim? Yes. Yes, I can. Very well, then. Please present your evidence, Mr. Wright. This evidence proves the victim didn't write the note.
Take that!
Okay, I wasn't sure if it would be that. Worth a shot. This evidence proves the victim didn't write the note. This evidence proves the victim didn't write the note. It's not this again, is it?
Take that!
Yeah, I didn't think so. Sometimes they allow you to present the evidence twice. I just thought I'd try that. This proves my client is innocent.
Take that!
I wasn't sure about that one. I'll figure this out, fam. Figure it out. Let me read the note again. Grab Ella when convenient, then send her off to the list. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. We were talking about this earlier.
Take that!
There we go. Took me a moment, but I got it. This is the weapon Mr. Gloomsbury used to stab Mr. Sprocket. I knew that handwriting thing was going to come back. I was wondering what you'd pull out this time. Dare I ask what that could possibly have to do with the note? Mr. Gloomsbury's prints were found on this candelabra. And the prints were from his left hand. So that makes the victim left-handed, correct? Exactly, Your Honor. Police looked into it too and confirmed as much. Now, take a look at the smudged writing in this note. Notice how the smudging only starts from the middle of each preceding line? Had this been written by a lefty, the writing would be smudged from the far left end. This means that whoever wrote this note was definitely right-handed. In other words, somebody other than the victim wrote this note. What? But if someone other than Mr. Bloomsbury wrote it, then what does this note mean? Mr. Bloomsbury followed this note to the letter when he attacked Miss Wyatt. So clearly, this note isn't a murder plan written by Mr. Bloomsbury, but rather, these are instructions to kill Miss Wyatt issued by somebody else.
Objection!
If it wasn't the victim who wrote these so-called instructions, then who wrote it? Most of the people involved are right-handed, you know. He is correct. The majority of the family and their employees who were on the airship are indeed right-handed. Oh, excuse me. I must say, that is a very rough and slipshod conjecture you've proposed. I admit I haven't figured out who wrote it just yet. Leave it to Mr. Edwards to go for the jugular. It's culprit who ordered Bloomsbury to attack Ellen. What could their motive have been? It didn't seem very likely Ellen did anything to incur anybody's wrath, right? Right. Not too likely, anyway. In that case, it has to be Soren. If somebody were to hold a grudge against Soren, what would it be about? The accident, I guess. I could understand if Bloomsbury felt resentful about having to take the blame. But the one who lost the most to that accident was Soren's sister. She lost her life after all. Alright, Jason. Soren suffered too, of course. He was crushed by losing somebody so precious to him. Somebody precious, huh? Soren's sister. Wait! There's one more person! There's someone else who must hold a grudge against Soren. Did you figure something out? I think so. I think this somebody else used Bloomsbury to try and get revenge against Soren. Did you say somebody tried to get revenge against Mr. Sprocket, Mr. Wright? The person who manipulated and used Mr. Bloomsbury was... Ace? Called it. If this is what I think it is, I freaking called it. The person who used Mr. Bloomsbury to try and get revenge on Mr. Sprocket, and then finished Mr. Bloomsbury off to silence him, was a man dear to Mr. Sprocket's older sister. Selena Sprocket's fiancé. Not that I'm not positive, but it's certainly possible. This fiancé could have made Bloomsbury attack Ellen to get his revenge on Sir... Yep. Yep. What? Her fiancé? I think it's go where I think it's going. I called it, if that's the case. Order in the court! Order, I say! Yes, it does seem quite believable that Miss Selena Sprocket's fiancé would bear a grudge against Mr. Sprocket for his role in the accident. Exactly, Your Honor. Maybe her fiancé was trying to murder Miss Wyatt in order to make Mr. Sprocket experience the same pain he'd felt.
Objection!
Miss Sprocket's fiancé was a surgeon, if memory serves. The only people who attended the reception were family and staff members. That may be, but then that just means that Miss Sprocket's fiancé must have been among those who attended. What? Really? Of course. Otherwise, how could he have killed Bloomsbury? Oh, I see what you're doing. This is just another giant bluff, isn't it? Alright, I'll bite. Who exactly do you claim this fiancé to be? Yes, I would like to know as well. I need some juicy gossip. Are you sure you're gonna be okay, Nick? Maybe? When it comes to suspicious people, there's only one person on my list. I need to find something that connects him to Selena. This will help us identify Miss Sprocket's fiancé. Okay, hold on. taking a look at the photo here. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Maybe I had the fiance wrong in terms of who it is. I think I had the right train of thought, but I had the right train of thought, but the wrong person, I think, in terms of who her fiance is. Oh, we got it.
Take that!
Please take a look at this photo, Your Honor. A photo? Notice Miss Sprocket's pocket watch. Haven't we seen it somewhere before? Yes, now that you mention it, I do feel as if I've seen it somewhere before. I believe we've all seen it. Right here in this very courtroom. Possible! That's right. The pocket watch in this photo. See, I was originally thinking it was Bloomsbury that was the fiance of Soren's sister. I didn't think it was him. But I still had, like I said, the right train of thought um about fiancés getting involved in this. It's the same pocket watch Mr. Nickety has on him right now. What? Wait, hold on. How old is he? Oh, he's 26. Okay. So yeah, he was just a year older than Selena. Interesting. Okay. This is clear proof. A strong connection between Pierce Nickety and Selena Sprocket. No. Mr. Nickety, is this true? Yeah, that definitely checks. Mr. Nickety, you were once engaged to Selena Sprocket. That pocket watch, you keep it as a memento of her, don't you? Mr. Nickety, you plan to rob Mr. Sprocket of his loved one, to make him feel the same pain as you. Isn't that right? Yep. That's where I called it. But Mr. Sprocket managed to fight back and knocked Mr. Bloomsbury unconscious. You thought Mr. Bloomsbury was dead and hid his body in the lantern. But then you noticed Mr. Bloomsbury regain consciousness. And so you finished him off to prevent your plan from being exposed. This is the defense's take on what really happened in this murder case. You're right. Does this mean you wish to officially accuse this witness of the murder of Dumas Bloomsbury? Does the defense accuse Mr. Nickety of the murder? I would say yes. The defense indicts Pierce Nickety on the charge of murdering Dumas Bloomsbury. Oh my! Mr. Nickety, would you care to respond? Man, this lawyer just yaps on and on and on. As you guessed, this watch is a memento of Selena. It stopped working at the time of the accident, though. Then you really are. Yes, I was Selena's fiance, and not just her fiance, but the surgeon beside her deathbed. Ooh, Yikes. Yeah, that would hurt big time. Alright, we're gonna pause here because the ads are about to start. And while that is going on, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle, so I'll be right back. Oi! That's a lot more than a simple yikes, Kit Kat. I wouldn't wish that fate upon anyone. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's ugh, it's definitely rough, to say the least. Butter and cheese. Stop it.
Cookie?
Wait, what, Sky? What are you referring to? Butter and cheese. Oi! Stop it. Stop it. The cheese throw when you're away? Oh. Let's see. It's already been like, stop throwing cheese or I turn the stream around. Oh. I'm just looking at the weather forecast. So the weather's meant to die down a little bit. Not by much, just by like a few degrees. Um by the beginning of next week. And it looks like we might get some rain at the end of next week. At least for the moment anyway. That could easily change. That's what it's looking like right now. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alrighty then, well welcome back from ads everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Let's continue. My mouse.
Objection!
Mr. Nickety, why didn't you tell me any of this before? Double yay. That could help cool things down a smidge, maybe a little bit. I feel like there's going to be a good chance of a thunderstorm at some point, though. I'm surprised that we haven't had one yet during this heat wave. Shut it, you useless prosecutor. I thought you could be of use, but apparently this case was too much for you. What did you say? If your office hadn't stuck its nose all up in this, I could have swept it under the rug. Not only did you interfere with the case, but you even let me fall under suspicion. Thunderstorms usually mean either the start or the end of a heat wave here. It's kind it's kind of the same here. It's like usually it's like I want to say it's for the end of a heat wave usually. I don't know about the start. That is possible though. But I think it's usually for the end of it. That's because you kept trying to cover things up on the sly. Ugh. Been up and down here? But covering things up wasn't your only involvement. The only person who had a motive to use the victim to try and kill Miss Wyatt was you. Whoa! Uh-oh. Oh. Malignant tumors. Wait, what? Those surgeon gloves? Or is that something else? There are malignant tumors in his courtroom. Lesions. Is it lesions? Lesions oozing with false charges. Tumors are one idiotic lawyer and one useless prosecutor. After the truth is revealed, I'll have the both of you incised in the legal world. I'd like to see you try. The power of the Sprocket family would be a cinch. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? I will now begin the operation. What in the world happened to Mr. Nickety? Looks like he's finally showing his true colors. Nick, look what he did to that shoulder mech. Uh-oh. Quit your yapping before I suture your chatty lips shut. It's like he's a completely different person. Sure looks like it, huh? We can't let our guards down now. Mr. Nickety, it's finally time for you to testify to the truth. Seems we're entering the final act at last. Witness, your testimony, please. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right to remain silent, okay. Really, you're actually gonna be silent? Dude! Mr. Nickety, why didn't you say anything? Uh-oh. You just took a picture of me. Or something. What the hell? You want me to involuntarily testify, hoping I will make a slip of the tongue? Not a very impressive plan. Or brain, I might add. I just noticed that the X-ray showed his spiky hair. For goodness sake. Ow, that was uncalled for. If you want to know something, you ask the question. I will answer, but I have no intention of making any voluntary statements of my own. What's he trying to do, Nick? He's using the silent treatment as a strategy to avoid getting tripped up. Clever guy. Clever guy. No more lies, Mr. Nickety. You will tell us nothing but the truth from now on. What do you think you're doing? Wait, you examined his chest? No one asked you to speak. Just keep quiet over there and play with your frills. Goodness sake. Yeah, I see the frills there. Really? How dare you? I don't think X-rays are supposed to work like that. They're not supposed to pick up your clothes. Well, this is a rather unconventional situation. But please proceed, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, boy.
Hold it!
He won't speak voluntarily, and I guess I'll have to ask him something. What question should I ask? Opposite the actions on the day of the crime. On the day of the incident, you were constantly surrounded by your subordinates. Is that right? Absolutely. I was in someone's line of sight at all times. After all, I was busy taking care of every detail of the event. Mr. Redgeworth, I believe your investigation backs up my claim. I got statements that said groups of his subordinates worked with him in rotation. So he was always with someone. As the prosecutor just said, I couldn't even get close to the lantern containing Bloomsbury by myself, let alone kill him. You just didn't have a chance to get close to the victim alone, huh? Mr. Wright, would you like that statement added to your witness's testimony? Oh. Sure. Okay. I was in the company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder Bloomsbury. Can I get the other ones, like, all in here?
Hold it!
Alright. We won't speak on okay, so... Reason for killing Bloomsbury. Isn't it true that when Mr. Bloomsbury regained consciousness inside the lantern, you murdered him in order to silence him? He was an excellent employee and very loyal to me. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man. I suffered the most from losing him. You really think I'd kill a guy like that? That would make sense only if you were innocent. But since your goal was revenge, you don't really have to care about something like that. I am innocent, I tell you. Don't try to force your conjectures onto me. Guess without decisive evidence, I can't pursue this line of questioning any further. So what happens if I add it? Does it just get added at the end, or is it like all of them get added? Okay, so I can get all of them. Cool. Perfect. Let's grudge against Soren. You've been nursing a grudge against Mr. Crockett over the loss of your fiance. Isn't that right? I'd be lying if I said I felt no resentment whatsoever. But Master Soren didn't cause that accident on purpose. Master Soren himself suffered greatly. But you quit being a surgeon and found a way to get even closer to Mr. Sprocket. Wasn't that so you could carry out your revenge on him? Don't insult me. Thank you. Supporting Master Soren and Sprocket Aviation with my life's work is my penance for not being able to save Selena. This is how I honor her. I feel your devotion as both a fiancé and a surgeon. Your statement breaks my heart. Never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren. Never thought of it, huh? Guess I should probably take that with a pound of salt. I have to add the statement to the witness. Yes. Somehow, yep. Never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren.
Hold it!
What did Mr. Bloomsbury think of Mr. Sprocket? After all, he was forced to take the blame for the accident. He must have been resentful. He got his position as the lead servant in exchange for taking the blame. It wasn't exactly a bad deal for him. But he must have felt some sort of indignation? Who knows? Now that he's dead, we'll never know for sure. Pointless to talk about it any further. Alright. Dead men tell no tales after all. I feel like a spirit medium will beg to differ, but alright.
Hold it!
So you've had no thoughts of vengeance towards Mr. Sprocket whatsoever? Of course not. Selena wouldn't have wanted that. Throw my own life away and live solely for the sake of the Sprocket family. That's how I show my love for her. Alrighty then. Well, one thing's for sure. Pierce gets really emotional when it comes to Selena. Flushy, why are you flipping me? How dare you? No kidding. I'm not sure how he feels about Soren, but his love for Selena is pretty obvious.
Hold it!
So you were always in someone's line of sight? I was surrounded by family members and staff as we prepared for the reception. During the reception, I was stationed behind the sweetheart table to attend to the couple. When could I have possibly committed murder? I'm not buying it. If Pierce is the true killer, then there must have been some time when he was out of everyone's sight. What do you think, Nick? Is there a chance for us here? Well, as long as we have some kind of testimony from him, there has to be. I'll just have to compare his testimony against the evidence and find an inconsistency, right? Exactly. This is it. I have to do this right. Okay. I think it's the last statement that we need to focus on here. So let's have a look at the evidence and see what we have. So I was always in the company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder Bloomsbury. Wait, hold on a minute. Do you have, oh, never mind. Yeah, so he was there in the background. I'm trying to think. So hold on a minute. What evidence have we not touched upon yet? I can't remember if we touched the timekeeper at all. We haven't talked about this, that is for sure. But I feel like I think it's too early to talk about that one. Is this involved somehow?
Objection!
No, okay. Worth a shot. I thought maybe the fog would have like you know, hidden him and he would have been able to make his move. Okay, so I was in a company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder.
Objection!
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was on the wrong statement. Actually, let's have a look here. Never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren. Hold on a minute. One of the pages in Soren's notebook was torn out in an uncharacteristically rough way. On it was written the words that struck me. If this is the statement that we're meant to be on, it probably have to be this note, right? Surely.
Objection!
No? Dang it. I was onto something. Okay. I will figure this out. I will figure this out. Let me try this statement again. Never thought of it. Not that. You know, looking at this picture, I wonder if he was looking at the lantern that had the body. So, wait, no. That wouldn't have been right. No, that wouldn't have been the case. Never mind. Forget what I said. Shoot. Is this one?
Objection!
Damn it. Suppose we already kind of know that anyway. Alright. Let me go back to that first statement that I was thinking. I was in the company. I wonder, is there a way that we could prove that? Is it too early to present this evidence?
Objection!
Yeah, it's too early. Too early. Fair enough. That's how I try. Let me look at the first statement again. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man. I'd suffered the most from losing him. Still think it's this one. Pencils. Come on. It's not the statement, is it?
Objection!
No, I didn't think so. Good God, Jason. Okay, I didn't think it would be the statement, but I thought I'd try. Okay. Okay. Again. Don't have been writing nothing but I do. One page.
Objection!
I wasn't sure if I used that one already or not. Like, trying it out, I mean. Okay. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. I'll figure this out. What key use that to make timekeeper? Yep. Put it on the news. Oh, wait! Wait! Is this it?
Objection!
Damn it. God damn it. I thought that was it. Oh, right. That was... Never mind. That was with, Soren. Never mind. Dumbass. Okay. Come on. Think. Think.
Objection!
Okay, I didn't think that was going to be the answer, but I thought because everyone was looking away from him, maybe that would give him the opportunity to escape, or to leave without being noticed. But I wasn't sure. Either way, we got it. Mr. Nickety testifies that he wasn't always with someone at the time of the incident and never had a moment alone to commit the crime. Yes, and the police investigation backs that statement up, doesn't it? But there was an opportunity, in fact, one and only one. A moment when Mr. Nickety could have killed Mr. Bloomsbury without anyone noticing. What? And the one thing that made that moment possible is shown here in this photograph. All those people watching, I couldn't have possibly committed murder. Do not believe him, Your Honor. This lawyer is a malignant tumor. He wants to...
Objection!
Oh, you have to read that? Okay. Mr. Nickety, I would ask that you keep quiet this time. Oh, snap! We need to evaluate the defense's claim. And your yammering only serves to throw further suspicion your way. You tell him. Mr. Wright, let's see this one thing you mentioned. Be warned, this had better not be one of your off-handed claims. Who do you think you're talking to, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please point out for us the one thing that made the moment of the murder possible. That one moment when it was possible for Mr. Nickety to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. One thing that made that single moment possible is this. Save it quick. So, I'm guessing I need to either point at the couple or I need to point at people. Let's see what happens if I click on the people.
Take that!
No, okay, never mind. So I guess it's the couple. I just thought I'd test it out. Couple?
Take that!
It's not the couple. Okay, so maybe it's just Pierce himself?
Take that!
Wait, what do you want from me, game? Hold on a minute. Or made it possible to commit the crime unseen. Is this the lantern?
Take that!
What is it? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh, is it the fog? Ready to point at this thing?
Take that!
Yep, there we go. Got there in the end. The one thing that made the moment of the murder possible is the thick mood fog that engulfed the entire reception hall. It is under the cover of this fog that Mr. Nickety murdered the victim. What? Mr. Nickety was standing right next to the lantern that Mr. Bloomsbury was in. This was the only moment the murder could have been committed without being seen.
Objection!
I can accept that there was a moment when the witness was obscured from others by fog. But that doesn't prove Mr. Nickety killed the victim at that very moment. If you can't prove the crime was committed during the reception, the trial ends here. I'm so caught up in finding a foothold that I forgot to think that far ahead. Well done, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time to call this trial's time of death. Oh, Mr. Wright? Can you prove the murder happened during the reception? Don't even bother. This claim is dead on arrival. Victory is within your grasp, prosecutor. Quiet, witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that we can only arrive at through further deliberation. Jeez, I thought someone pushed a car down the stairs. Edgeworth. Enough of this, Your Honor. This trial is over. No, Mr. Nickety. That is for me to decide. Mr. Wright, could you prove it? Can you prove that the murder was committed during the wedding reception? Why is there no verdict yet? The lawyer's obviously out of answers. Prosecutor, judge, they're all infected. Their malignant stupidity is so advanced, not even the best surgeons can save them. Oh, that was Pierce that said that, but that was Phoenix. In fact, not even a brain transplant could cure them. This court is infected with idiocy. It's a pandemic!
Objection!
Mr. Nickety, that's enough already. Finally ready to give up, are you? No, just the opposite, actually. I'll prove the murder was committed during the reception. By you. Prove it? You really, Mr. White? Yes, I can, Your Honor. To be honest, I don't know exactly how I'll do it just yet. But if I want to get to the truth Edgeworth is talking about, I'll just have to find that way. Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's have your proof. Enough of this foolishness! He's just bluffing! Stop him from speaking, Your Honor! We'll do nothing of the sort. We're just a district court judge. The power of the Sprocket family, Enough of your foolishness, Mr. Nickety! This judicial body will not succumb to the influence of money or power. Where's judicial? Judicial. Now then, let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your truth. Think, Phoenix. Remember everything you've learned so far. You could do this. You can find the definitive evidence that will lead us to the truth. Here we go. Alright. Think, Phoenix. How could I prove the murder took place during the wedding reception? You've just seen Udgy hit the end of his patience with a witness? Yeah. If Pierce committed the murder during the reception, then he had to have used... shoulder mech, maybe? No? Okay, never mind. again. The murder weapon, right? There we go. Use the murder weapon. Yes, the weapon that was used to strike the victim twice. According to the autopsy report, the victim was hit by the same object both times. Without a doubt, Pierce used to commit the murder. The weapon used to kill Bloomsbury was... timekeeper. Pierce struck the victim during that one single moment, and he must have used the timekeeper. Come to think of it, wasn't it also used for something else during the reception? During the reception, the timekeeper was also used for... it was... the first startup of love? I think? Yeah. Hi, RP! The timekeeper had been activated. That's right. The timekeeper had been activated during the reception. If we activate the timekeeper again now, and find any trace evidence of the murder, that will be conclusive proof that Bloomsbury was killed during the reception. A special ceremony took place during the reception in question. What kind of special ceremony? It was called the first startup of love. Apparently, the couple activated the timekeeper for the first time during it. Does that mean the timekeeper here in evidence isn't activated at the moment? And what would happen if we were to activate it? Why don't we see for ourselves? It would give us a chance to examine it. And while we're at it, we just might find some conclusive evidence. What? No! I can't activate it! Mr. Nicky, be quiet or I'll have you thrown out of court. By the way, Mr. Wright, it's supposed to be a time machine, right? We aren't going to travel back in time to the Stone Age or anything, are we? Hey, Mard, welcome on in. Yeah, I feel you there. It's 32 Celsius where I am right now. I don't think we have to worry too much about that, Your Honor. I'm still a little nervous nonetheless, but the truth must be known. Or the truth must be known, sorry. Very well. Go ahead and start up the timekeeper. You know how, Nick? I think so? Maybe? Bride and groom each have a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, look how romantic it was. Let's see. I think the symbol of the groom's love must be the timekeeper itself. What symbol of the bride's love would fit together with the timekeeper? I know. That has to be it. Right? Are you ready to activate the time machine now? Yes, Your Honor. The symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper is... I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but just in case. You never know.
Take that!
Wait, that wasn't it? I thought for sure that was it. Okay, hang on a minute. Symbol of the bride's love. Oh, no, wait, it's this, the pendant.
Take that!
There we go. My bad. It's why it's a pendant. It's a symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper. What? Then does that mean you could start it up with this Wyatt's pendant? I believe so, Your Honor. Well, please try it now, Mr. Wright. Okay, here I go. First, I have to figure out where the pendant goes. Oh, we gotta try to... yeah. Okay, let's see where it goes. Oh, found it. The outer casing is made out of metal. I sure wouldn't want to get hit with something like this. color. Designed to look like the hands of a clock. I don't think it has anything to do with activating the timekeeper, though. Not many places, dude. Oh, here we go. This hole looks like a good spot. Try setting the pendant in here. There you go. Fits. This must be the right spot. Now I'll have to find a place to insert the key. Oh, I guess that's where I was taking the key earlier. It's all in the middle of the pendant. Could this be it? It looks like it. And the pendant goes in the square hole. Oh, here we go. Oh! Worked! Timekeeper's been activated. Now all I have to do is find proof that the crime was committed during the reception. Gee, I wonder where. I found it. Conclusive evidence the murder was committed during the wedding reception. Just as I suspected, there's evidence of the murder inside the timekeeper, Mr. Nickety. The timekeeper was only activated and opened during the wedding reception, right? No! Stop! So that means this is conclusive proof that the crime was committed during the reception. After you killed the victim under the cover of fog, you closed the timekeeper to hide the bloodstain, didn't you? No, you're wrong! Ellen killed Gooseberry! It wasn't me, I tell you!
Objection!
Give it up, Mr. Nickety. How could the defendant, who was in the middle of pledging her love, have possibly committed the murder with everyone watching her? It was the family! Yes, all the family members conspired together to kill him.
Objection!
Dude, you are grasping at straws. There's no way you can talk your way out of this, Mr. Nickety. During the reception, during that one dreamlike moment, only one person could have used the timekeeper to beat the victim to death. Hi, Booth. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. And that one person was you. Here's Nickety. Oh. No. This isn't over yet. I won't give up. No! I cut the artery! Stupid thing. You must stop the bleeding now. Give me forceps. Forceps, I said! Where is everyone? Fine. I'll manage this alone. Oh, jeez. Fix anything. Repair anything. You have to get better. You have to live. Oh. Oh! I would have been able to save her. If only I hadn't listened to her. If only I had treated her first. If only that Soren hadn't been there. Oh, shoot. Witness, you finally ready to tell us the truth? Here, Snickety, you're under cardiac arrest. See what you did there. It's just as the lawyer deduced. So it was all a revenge scheme against Soren Sprocket? Any idea how hard it is to lose someone you love right in front of you? Selena's condition was clearly more critical than Soren's. Despite of that, she said, "Please help, Soren." Sprocket's last words. So that's what she really meant by those words. I was able to grant her wish, but at the price of her life. So you got a job with Sprocket Aviation and waited for your chance to get revenge. You got close to Mr. Bloomsbury and hacked his plot. Is that right? Bloomsbury already bore a grudge against Soren. So when I tempted him with an even better position, he immediately took the bait. He was your accomplice, someone who shared the same goal as you. Why was it necessary for you to kill him? I didn't expect Soren to strike Bloomsbury out on the Vista deck. I certainly never imagined he'd make his way there along the outside wall. Soren's love is the real deal after all. My plan had been compromised, so for the time being, I hid his body in the lantern. I tried to think of my next move. And then Mr. Bloomsbury came too during the second wedding reception. As soon as I saw Bloomsbury, I instantly hit upon an idea. To pin the blame of Bloomsbury's murder on Ellen. I tried to break up the couple by making the bride out to be a murderer. How despicable. Soren was getting the company and a wedding. Both things that were supposed to be Selena's. Took every happiness from her. Who's the despicable one here? Do you think what you did would make her happy? I know it wouldn't. I couldn't just stand by watching Soren enjoy his happiness. I was gonna have Soren take the same pain I have, and then take over Sprocket Aviation. I would take back from him all of the happiness that was rightfully Selena's. Time stopped for me the day I lost her. Just like this pocket watch of hers. Oh, hello. Had the city not noticed that Soren was constantly in pain from losing his dear sister? Yeah, like... What the hell, dude? Pierce. Miss Wyatt? I believe Selena would have said, "Leave this ill will behind. Your time is yours to live." It's too late for me. Time will never advance for me ever again. What? It can't be. See now, Selena. What I did was wrong. I see no further need to continue this trial. Bailiff, please take Mr. Nickety away. Here's Nickety, another inconsolable time traveler who lived in time that stood still. Now then, I must render my verdict regarding the defendant. Your Honor, before you give your ruling, would you please allow me a moment? Oh? Is he gonna, like, propose or something? Or, like, do his vows here? Is that what he's gonna do? Very well. I think I know what's gonna happen here. Ellen, there's something I need to say to you. Yes, Soren? Put you through something truly horrible. This whole thing happened all because of me. I would understand if you wanted to call off our marriage. Oh. What? Of course not. I never once thought that. You stay with me. You'll only face even more trying times in the future. What do you mean? The truth of this incident and the car accident before it. I'm going to tell the public everything. I expect the company's reputation will suffer. And I'll take a lot of criticism. But I feel I can only really start over once I get everything out in the open. Soren. For all that's happened. I might not have the right to ask you this, but... Well, how should I say this? Maybe I'll just... Of course you would. Oh? Life with me probably won't be very easy, but... Come on, buddy. Will you marry me? Oh! Yes, of course! Your Honor, thank you for this time. Please continue with your ruling. Very well. First, I have one question. Oh, is he gonna officiate them? Did the two of you pledge your eternal love for each other to the goddess of justice, Themis? I do, Your Honor. I do. Does the prosecution or the defense have any objections? Well done, Your Honor. No. No objections here. The defense has no objections either, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Ellen Wyatt... Ah, that's not right. This court finds the defendant, Ellen Sprocket. Okay, that was kind of cute. Like, weird place for that to happen, but it's still cute. This court is adjourned. Oh, that was cute. You may now kiss the bailiff. Oh my god. Helen, Soren, congratulations. Mr. Wright, I can't thank you enough. If you hadn't exposed the truth, Soren and I wouldn't... We wouldn't... Now you can finally start your new life together, right? Oh, thank you! That's right. We'll be holding our real wedding ceremony in the near future. Would you do us the honor of coming to it? Aww! I want you to witness our fresh start. Of course! I wouldn't miss it for the world. And Ellen, this time it'll finally be happily ever after, right? Oh yes! The two of you have persevered and overcome this trial together. Now, no matter what obstacles come your way, I'm sure you'll be able to handle them. And there's another thing I'm sure of, too. This person will always be watching over the two of you.
Take that!
Selena. Yes, I think you're right. And we promise to live life to the fullest. For Selena's sake, too. Right, Soren? That's right. Well, we better be on our way. Yes, my love. I've been seeing this. Wow, no threshold carry, huh? Show off. We'll be seeing you. Bye for now. I'll be looking forward to that wedding. Hold on tight, Ellen. You better believe I will. I'm never letting you go. Oh, wait, what? Not what I was expecting. I should have known, though. There they go. Jetpack carry. You're not thinking of going to that wedding by yourself, are you, boss? Or so? Oh, yeah, you know. You're taking us too, right? Team Rocket? Busting off again? Oh boy, I bet there's gonna be all kinds of fancy food there. Tina, when did you get here? Just now. I would have been here to cheer you guys on earlier, but Trucy never gave me a chance to slip away. Is Trucy gonna end up performing at the wedding? You're gonna be in even bigger trouble with her later. Speaking of the wedding, maybe I should ask them to invite Edgeworth. Yes, please. Go on a date with him. Mr. Edgeworth? Really? But you thought Ellen was guilty all the way to the end. That may be true, but... Yeah, he said that. If he hadn't stood up for us when he did, the trial probably would have ended there. Maybe Mr. Edgeworth gave us that chance? Maybe. Though, knowing him, I doubt he'd ever tell even if I asked. Well, if that's how you feel about it, Nick, then why not try to get him invited? Hey, Maya, have you ever tried to catch the bouquet? What? No? I never have either. Fighting over a bouquet that's been tossed by the bride? Talk about a fierce competition. I'm totally stoked. I'm not sure it's really supposed to be all that competitive. You'd be surprised, Maya. You'd be surprised. I didn't actually throw my bouquet at the wedding. Because like, it was fake flowers. And the way it was put together was really nicely done, so yeah. I'm gonna snooze the ads. Wow, I can actually snooze the ads again, finally. I'm a pretty good jumper, so I think I've got a chance. She's definitely missing the point of the whole thing. Larry? How did you manage to stay so quiet for so long? Shut up! Wishing the lady you fell in love with every happiness is what a real man does. I'm pretty sure that relationship was over before it even began, Larry. Darn it all! If only I was 10 years younger, things would have gone differently. Hands of time. Why won't you turn back for me? Dude. September 30th. So that was like a little over a week later, I think? Today is Ellen and Soren's third wedding ceremony and reception. I heard the bride and groom insisted it be on the fine chapel again. In the end, they were nice enough to invite me and Maya. And Athena kind of invited herself. Of course she did. They also invited Edgeworth, Emma, and even Larry. God, why did you invite Larry? Come on. They say third time's the charm, right? I really do hope it's happily ever after for them this time around. Still, I get the feeling it's going to be one rowdy party.
Ready when you are. Okay, here we go!
Oh, that dress is beautiful on Athena.
Hmm? Oh, hey! Look who's next! Huh?
Haven't you ever heard of Lady
I'm truly blessed to have you.
Aww. Hey, that's the end. Wow. Whoa. Congrats, you've unlocked a special bonus in the music and background settings screen. Okay. Yo, that's some sick art. Well, that's it. We're officially done with Apollo Justice. I thought for sure there was going to be one more stream after this, but turns out today's the last day for it. Oh my god, what a wild ride this game has been. Well, all three games, should I say. Oh my goodness. We've been playing this game on and off for over a year at this point. And now we finally have come to the end. Well, Silver, I have 2 Ace Attorney games in my library, but I'm gonna take a break from Ace Attorney games for a little while until I feel ready again. Because, yeah, this was a long-running series. So we'll try and do something different for a little while. Turnabout Serenade is currently happening. Alright. Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, those 2 I definitely will be playing at some point for sure. I think the next Ace Attorney game I'll play will be Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think that's the next one I'll do. And then eventually I'll do Ace Attorney Investigations. Alrighty then. Let's close this game for the last time.